Hi, today I want to show you a little bit about creating a custom background using stamps. And I'm going to do it two different ways. One is being able to stamp a variety of different things, and the other is creating more of a linear look. For example, on this first card, this is an example of just having it kind of haphazard around on your page. So you see we've got these holly leaves all over the background. Here's another one that shows these little doilies, and this one uses different colors, so it's creating kind of a double accent here by having this variety. So let me show you how we create that one first. And I've kind of started here already by doing the red a little bit, but it's very simple because all I'm going to do is randomly stamp this red design wherever I want to have it. And I can stamp off the edges. Now, because I want this to be more of a multicolored look, when I get done doing that one, I'm going to clean off my stamp. And then I'm going to grab a complementary color. In this case, it's going to be blue. And I'm going to go back in and stamp some of this design in other places using the blue. So I'm creating this pattern just randomly. You can place it wherever you want, overlap, go off the edges. And that easily I've created a custom background. And the great thing about this is I like to do it in a larger piece of paper so I can come back and trim it just to the size I want. And if you see a hole and you think, oh, that looks really bad, just add some more to it, okay? So I'm again going to clean off my stamp. So that's creating a background that has a variety of designs on it. The next one I want to show you, and I'm just going to wipe off my craft mat here to get that ink off there. That's the great thing about craft mats, they clean up very easily. The next one I want to show you, this is using a card that has more of a linear look to it. So I've taken this design and made it all line up together. It's really quite easy to do. It makes a very striking design. It still has a custom background effect to it. So let me show you how we do that. The first thing is I'm going to use a tool called a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. The way you use this is that you have your T and then you have your plastic piece. And I'm going to stamp my image one time, lining it up in the corner of my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. So now it's placed on this clear plastic piece, and I can use that to line it up on my paper where I want to position it. So the first stamp that I make, I'm going to actually place this where I want it to be, and on my original sample it was kind of off the edge a little bit. So I'm going to position it here, and I'm going to place my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig so that it's right up against that plastic. Then I'm going to remove that and very carefully, without moving my paper, come back and stamp with my stamp inside that Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. Okay, then I'm going to take this again and I'm going to line up where I want the next design, the next medallion, place my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig right where it needs to go. It's a little bit easier now because the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig holds my paper in place. And again, I'm going to come, place my stamp here. And I just keep repeating this until I get all of the designs positioned where I want them. And again, that Stamp-A-Ma-Jig just makes it so easy to make everything lined up exactly the way I want it to be. So I'm going to go back again and show you this card. This is the effect we got by lining up these 4 different objects. You can use any types of designs with this. You can create simple designs like this one or cover an entire background with your stamps using different inks or the same color. Have fun creating.